Hello, friends. Ken Briodagh here from Embedded Computing Design, and I am here at CES in Las Vegas in the awesome demo suite here with Weebit Nano. And my guest here is going to tell you a little bit about Weebit in case you haven't heard of them, because if you haven't, you should have. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about Weebit.
Hi, so I'm Coby Hanoch. I'm the CEO at Weebit.
Yeah.
Weebit is a company that's developing non-volatile memory technology called ReRAM.
Mm-hmm.
ReRAM is a very advanced technology. It is significantly faster than Flash, lower power consumption than Flash, cheaper to manufacture. I think that's a little important.
Sure.
But also a key factor is it can scale down to the small geometries where Flash can't.
Yeah.
So overall, it's a great technology that now is coming out to market, and we're starting to sell it, and the expectations are for massive growth in the embedded non-volatile memory space.
That's awesome, Coby. Now, memory is a big topic of conversation all over CES this year. Why ReRAM? Why? I mean, if we're talking about memory, what are some of the benefits that our engineers are going to get out of using ReRAM?
So, as I said, there are a lot of advantages no matter which application you have. Low cost is always important,
Mm-hmm.
but the speed, the power consumption, and scaling down to the small geometries is very important. We're also rad hard, so that's for space applications is very important. We achieved AEC-Q 100 qualification for automotive, so 150 degrees Celsius for 10 years. We showed that we have much better endurance. We can achieve 100,000 cycles and actually going up now to even larger numbers.
Wow.
So a lot of advantages, no matter which application you have. There's quite a few must-have reasons to use ReRAM.
Are there trade-offs with ReRAM that engineers should know about? If we're talking about Flash, as you say, size is a problem. Sometimes longevity is a problem. What are some of the trade-offs that folks should know about with ReRAM?
Actually, I think regarding Flash, it really is a long list of advantages. I would say maybe the only thing is Flash has been out there for so many years and people are used to it, and
Sure.
it's already been used massively. ReRAM is new, and obviously you need to learn to work with it, but it is very simple to work with, so I don't think that's a real issue. So it's really now we started sales. I mean, we just announced a deal with TI, and we have onsemi and other major players. So it's growing. Expectation is that in the embedded non-volatile memory space, ReRAM will take very quickly a very significant part.
That's awesome. You mentioned space, automotive. What are some of the other industries where you're seeing ReRAM gain some traction?
Well, you can't have an interview nowadays without talking about AI. And
Sure.
ReRAM is really a very, very good solution for AI. ReRAM can scale to small geometries. Today everyone wants to do inference at the edge.
Of course.
And those devices are normally 22 nanometer and below.
Mm-hmm.
If you use Flash, you need to have an external chip, and then you need to copy everything in. So it's costly because it's two chips. It takes long boot time when you copy everything there. You have security issues because you can basically eavesdrop on that communication. ReRAM, you just put it inside the chip. You have a one-chip solution where instant boot, instant on. You don't have the security issues. It's non-volatile. Now you can turn it off whenever you want and save power.
Yeah.
So a lot of advantages. That's what I'm talking about is actually now. These are things that people can do today. Moving forward, the world is now looking at in-memory compute, and ReRAM, again, is a very good solution for that. Not to mention neuromorphic computing, where Weebit has already been working with a lot of research institutes now for many years, and they're using our ReRAM as the basis for that. So really very exciting.
That's really, really cool. You've mentioned speed a couple of times. That's always one of the first things that any engineer asks about memory. Can you give us some numbers? What kind of speeds are we talking about?
Excuse me. Well, we're significantly faster. The thing is that when you look at Flash, when you want to write into a Flash, you basically need to read a whole block, change the bits that you want, and then write back.
Right.
ReRAM is bit addressable. So you can actually go to the specific bits that you want to change. And that gives you also a lot of flexibility because, I mean, just as the most basic example, if you need to write a 1 into a bit and it already has a bit, you don't even have to write it. So that extends the endurance, right? So there are a lot of advantages there, but the speed, power, everything that's related to reading the whole block, etc., is significantly better.
That's awesome. Where can folks find out more about Weebit Nano?
Well, our website, www.weebit-nano.com.
Yeah, that's a great place to start. You'll find that link down in the notes underneath this video. Thanks so much for joining us today. Thank you, Coby. Really appreciate talking to you. And make sure you check out Weebit Nano, friends.